Once again, he joins us on the program to talk about the big win. There he is. Joe, what's happening, my man? You got the robe on, living the dream over there.
I'm cold. I'm beat up. My leg hurts. I'm happy to be back on your show again, man. You've been a real one. So yeah, I'm just happy I got a victory, man. But yeah, I'm crippled.
Congratulations. Beat up from the fight itself or from the training to the fight?
As short as the fight was, I have a huge chunk missing out of my toe.
Oh my
Somehow, the canvas is super coarse. It was in like the first 30 seconds of the fight.
Wow.
I remember looking down at some point and like when I was in the clinch, like checking out my foot, and I saw like this huge piece of skin hanging off. It's pretty gross. I lift my foot, but it's on the same leg that he kicked.
Oh no.
I don't know if I fractured my shin or what, but yeah, I can't put any weight on it or anything like that, and it's super puffy, super swollen. Haven't slept too much because of it, but he did a good job of kicking me right in that nerve.
Oh, how was the flight home?
Oh, it was buns. I just got home like 3 hours ago. So.
Oh my God. Well, I appreciate you doing this under these circumstances. Of your 3 wins in the UFC, where do you rank this one?
After going back and watching the fight, I would definitely say it's the top. It was a good fight. Yeah, it was a good fight. I felt like I got to show that I can throw power punches for 15 minutes. And I thought I also showed like I am diverse and I do have good timing and I do have good jiu-jitsu and good wrestling. So I don't really feel like I forced anything in the fight, and I just kind of was fighting at a pace that it's like I think it's a little bit faster than his, and he's going to fold at some point. So yeah, I mean I liked it. I have only watched it 2 times with people, so I need to kind of watch it with nobody there or just watch it with my coach later tonight. And really get like a good assessment as to how I think I did.
There was one.
I was mad I didn't knock him out, but
why are you mad about? I mean, it's a tremendous finish. Well, why do you put more stock in the knockout?
I was on my way to knocking him out, and then he hit me in the calf because I heard his coaches, and I was like, "You fucker!" Like, yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I like Abdullah as much as I didn't like him this fight week. I like him. He's a game dude. He's a powerful guy, and he was a guy that could take everything from me. So it really made me show up because everything else had kind of fallen apart in this camp.
What was the issue with the camp?
Brother, I split my toes wide open, like so. On my bottom part of my toes, I split across up. So my toes were like hanging out. So I was super gluing those. That put me out for a few days with not being able to like put any weight on it because it just kept splitting. And I couldn't grapple. So I could box. I would put wrestling shoes on a box and super glue it, but I couldn't wrestle at all this camp, which was frustrating. And then I got MRSA. I had one on my bicep, one on my forearm. I was on antibiotics, and then I got sick. I don't know, man. My shoulder's like all banged up. So I talked to Dana in the back after the fight. We're gonna go get me some stem cells, and I've had some nagging injuries that just aren't going away. I got this elbow surgery, and it didn't really seem to do too much outside of like the first month. So I was pretty upset about that. So every time I jab aerial, like I feel like I lose complete feeling in my left arm. So
jeez.
Yeah, it sucks. So I've been fighting a lot of injuries, man. I don't know what it is. Ever since I broke my arm, I'm just an injury-prone guy, and I'm. This is why it takes me a little bit in between each fights, and I can't rush it.
And so I'm wondering, how close were you to actually pulling out of the fight?
I can't say it crossed my mind, but I knew I had to gamble on myself. I needed to get paid.
Right.
And I knew the opportunity that was in front of me, and no disrespect to Abdul or nothing, but I knew I was better than him everywhere. So that's why I kept repetitively or repeatedly saying like, the only way this kid can beat me is if he knocks me out. So I just knew I was better everywhere, man, and I knew I could lean on myself to pull through. So listen, we're all banged up. I'm not the only guy, so it is what it is. But I'm just glad I got the victory. I got my own bonus. I did what I said I was going to do, which was dominate. And, I also got a submission victory. Got to show a little jiu-jitsu go up in this shit.
Yes. And what a submission it was. I was thinking as I was watching it unfold that you wouldn't have enough place on, you almost have to like turn that thing like a dial. and that there were just what the cage was blocking you from really corking it, but you got it done. And then the referee asked him if he was tapping. Did you see that whole thing? Like, it looked like he was very much out. That was bizarre, no?
Yeah. So you know what? What's crazy, Ariel, is like I know everything that's going on in the fight. Like I heard that, I felt the tap. I knew it was a tap and it wasn't a punch. But I'm not letting go.
Yeah.
That's just not me. I'm like, there's a good reason there's a ref in there. I'm not letting go. I just, if I had let go out of respect, I think that would have been, he would have denied like, oh, I didn't tap, like, and he would have came through and would have tried to keep fighting or whatnot. So it's like, I didn't want that to be the case. So I felt the like little taps. I knew they weren't punches. And I just was like, well, my man, you got to go to sleep, brother. I can't let go of it. So, but yeah, no, it was good. It was funny. My coach, Jonathan Webb, my jiu-jitsu coach, we worked. That's like my go-to move. I love that. I especially on that left side. And we drilled that in the beginning of the camp, and obviously until I got hurt. But yeah, man. I mean, that's my go-to move. And I heard his coaches when he had his arm over my head. And he does this thing where he like posts up on his elbow because I slammed him. So, but that's how he gets up. He gets that little bit of space so he can get up on the one hip and then he explodes up. So I'd really known like once I got that takedown, I was going to be able to pinch that shoulder and get that head and arm. And I heard his coaches say, all right, let's let go of the head and start to work to get up. And I was like, oh, that's it. I knew it. I knew as soon as they said let go, that was it for him.
Did you think you had enough space though to like fully lock it in? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so when you watch it, like you'll see me like get my ass high, like elevated, so I can scoot he had me in half guard, so I could scoot and then cross over to the other side, and then I just use my left knee to like push his hips away so he couldn't scoot to the cage. And I'm so strong there, Ariel, that I was like, all I needed to do was just get on that side, and I was putting him out.
Incredible. There's a photo of you picking him up, like it looks like pro wrestling in that he's jumping and allowing you to slam him, like the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, like the strength that you exemplified in that fight. You know what I'm talking about? Like this photo of you picking, that's unbelievable. Like that's a big dude right there. I think we just showed it. Yeah, we're showing it right now. Like that is unbelievable. You got to be proud watching that, looking at that, right?
I was happy, man. Like, it's crazy because I feel like I fight so much better. Like I push myself so hard that I look like shit in the gym. So it's like, you get out there and I just know I'm built for this, Ariel. Like I know I can be, that guy that is complete. Like you can't just think you're gonna box with me or, calf kick me and that's it. Like I'll switch it up. I can go to the ground. I have a good jiu-jitsu game, and that's kind of why I'm happy with the way that this fight went. The only thing I was worried about is by submission. I wasn't sure I was going to get a bonus, and I'm always bonus hunting. So I think I have that kind of style that is worthy of it. And yeah, I mean, I loved it, man. I was manhandling him. I felt a lot stronger than he did. I'll put it that way. So, but yeah.
And you showed that.
It was funny.
He posted a video after the fight, I guess, apologizing to you for not sticking around. And it seemed like there was some tension. I just heard you say that like you have respect for the guy. So A, did you see the video? And B, why was there that tension on fight week?
So I'm going to answer that question, and then I want to address something too, because you know how media works, man. So, Abdul has an intimidating factor about the way he like carries himself. And when I say that, I like not like, oh man, I'm scared of this guy. Like, this guy's going to bring, he makes you respect what he is, which is a power puncher. And so, I knew that was going to elevate me and it was going to make me show my defense and make me like, I think he hit me one clean time that I remember in the face. And it was off the cage when I was circling, and it like just grazed me. And so, he kept saying like, I'm the son of Al Hassan, Allah Akbar, whatever he was saying. And like say whatever. And he was like, I'll show him the African way and things of that matter. And I was all about it. Like, I was like, cool, I finally get to walk with my flag. Like, I'm representing USA. He represents the continent. Let me say continent because all the MMA junkie put out this clickbait thing where I said, oh, I beat Africa. And then everybody was like saying all this racist crap. And I was like, listen, Brand, he was over there saying he's repping Africa. And he's going to show me the African way. And I said I was going to show him, like, you know what I mean? It was like
Right.
USA beat Africa. That's how I said it. But
Yeah.
you know how this shit goes where they try to twist shit. And I don't know. That really agitated me because I do respect Abdullah. I've been watching him before I was in the UFC. I was a little bit upset with him, to answer your question, that he walked out of the cage and I kept trying to like shake his hand. And, you know, I'll be done, man. You know what I mean? Like, I hope he's okay. And, you know, I don't wish anything bad on the guy. I do respect him. So, but yeah, he issued an apology. And I think it takes a man to admit his wrongs and no harm, no foul, brother. Like, I wish him the best, man.
That was nice to see. Also nice to see you with the flag in there, and nice to hear that the ban has been lifted on flags. I'm still not quite clear why it was lifted. Are you the reason for this? Did they unban the flags because of you?
I hope they make me the staple as the reason for it. I asked about it. I ask about it every time, you know. I also asked to wear the color red, but they said I had to rep another country. I obviously can't do that, and I won't do that. So
that's bizarre.
I was
Why?
a little bit,
why there's red in the American flag? I don't get that.
I don't know, man. I was like, well, I'm red corner. Why can't I wear the red flag? And they said, you know, you have to change like your country to like, I guess like Canada or something of that matter. And
that's weird.
I was like, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. It's just a color, man. Like we should be able, we should be allowed. Like if I'm in the red corner, let me wear freaking red.
Oh my gosh.
I understand it's not the UFC staff's fault. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Yeah, I was happy to. I hope that's the reason. I'm proud to rep my country. And I meant it in no racial way how they tried to make it seem. It's just I think it's really effed up that our country seems to vote against its own so many times, and that's why I was so proud to walk with it because once again, you know, I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I get to represent the country that I live in.
Yeah, I think everyone should represent their country. I mean, that's what's important to you.
Freedom.
Yes. It's a bizarre thing. I'm happy it's over. But like, how did it work? Did you just say, "Hey, this time can I do?" And they said yes. Like, how did you find out that the ban was lifted on it? Did you just ask every time, and this time they said, "Yeah, you could do"?
Yeah, wow. So I asked every time. I was bitching and moaning about the red shorts. I really want the red shorts, and they wouldn't give me that. And I was like, "Well, am I allowed to walk with my flag?" And they were like, "Yeah, they're actually bringing back flags."
Wow.
Like, all right, well. So I was like, so I had my manager when they got me a flag and got it approved, and I think they were worried like I was going to come out with like "Make America Great Again" flag or something, but they got it approved, and I was like, nah, I just want to rep my country. That's it. And yeah, so all was good, man. And I don't know if anybody else walked out with a flag. I think Karolina Kowalkiewicz maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think Vanessa Demopoulos too, perhaps.
She walked out with the American flag.
I think it was Greece, but don't.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Yeah, I had no idea. But I was proud. I didn't see anybody else walk out with it. I don't know if many people knew. It's not something they like announced. I asked them. So
yeah, it's great.
But I was happy about being able to rep that.
And so could I ask, because one of the stories of the week was, you know, and you mentioned this in the post-fight press conference about you feeling like the media twisted your words or didn't represent what you were trying to say. Can I tell you what I thought you were saying and tell me if I'm wrong or not? And that's why I want to ask you the question to get it right. And we've heard this from other fighters. I mean, Sean O'Malley has said this in the past, like, you said in my interpretation that if you are going to be booked against top level talent, you want to be paid like a top level fighter. Like you want the money to equal the competition or the risk that you're taking. And as long as you are fighting lower level talent, you're cool with this money. But if they want you to take that next step, you would like a bump. Is that fair?
100,000%.
Okay.
Yes. It has nothing to do with not wanting to fight the top or not wanting to fight for the belt. You know, I know the UFC is an organization. Their goal is this kid wanting to be a world champion? Like that's how they're going to push me, right? You know, and I'm cool with that. But I'm not rushing my time to get to the championship. You know, this is a journey, and I'm trying to embrace every single little step on the way there. And yeah, exactly. You nailed it right on the head. I didn't say I'm unhappy with what I'm being paid. I'm saying, hey, if you want me to fight the guy that's number 45th, 46th, I'm cool with that. I want to make money. So, and I want to make money more than I care about my ranking, to be honest. I don't care about my ranking. I care about my way of life. I haven't been able to live a very comfortable life for very long. And now I'm being able to, you know, get these bonuses and be a little bit more comfortable in life. You know, I'm also not going to fight with just my ego, Ariel. I told you that before too. Yeah. I think I'm going to fight with my brain, and you know, this is a business, this is a career, and if you want me to take damage against some of the best guys in the world and put my health and body and mind on the line, then allow me to make more money to start investing into my future.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, look at the fights I'm putting on; they're pretty entertaining. I'm getting them out of there. I'm getting the jobs done. Gerald Mearshart, who's who? He's fought who's who all over, and I trashed him. And Amadovsky, I was supposed to beat him, but the guy still had 8 knockouts. And again, and then I fight Abdul. Like there was really no gain for me to fight Abdul, other than people saying it's a big dude. You know how many people that were sitting there saying I was going to get knocked out and all this? It's crazy, man. And then that's why I was so mad about the whole country thing, like the USA versus that. So many of my own people are like, yeah, you're going to get knocked the fuck out by Abdul and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to rub you the wrong way. But then everybody's geographically correct now, Ariel. And they're like, oh, he's from Ghana, not Africa. I'm like, thanks.
I understand. Could I ask you why you felt like your words were twisted, like how you felt the words were twisted or used against you? Because I know it's an uncomfortable thing to talk about money, and it could be viewed the wrong way, or someone could say, "Oh, you're unhappy."
I'm not uncomfortable, Ariel. Like, I'll say what I have to say. This is my life. This is my career, and I'm not a peasant and I'm not a slave. So I'm allowed to say how I feel, and that's what I did. And I said what made me mad is MMA Junkie. They did the 2 posts. That's who I'm mad at. MMA Junkie. I don't know who runs it or who works for it, but they said Joe Pyfer will not fight top 15. That's what they said. They said, I will not. That's not what I said. I said, I don't want to fight the top 15 unless I'm getting paid the right amount to fight the top 15. Like, I want to be compensated to fight the best in the world. Top 15 is like, you're going towards the title. And you may only need 3-4 fights in the top 15 to get that title shot. So it's like, I want to make sure that I'm making the right moves, right? So I was just mad that they said, Joe Pyfer will not fight top 15 until he gets a new contract. And that's not what I said. I said, if you want me to fight the top 15, I want to be compensated. That's it. So I was mad about that. And then I was mad about, they said, they put in quotations, beat Africa. And I was like, man, you people, this is such bullshit. But because it makes me look like a jerk off, and I am, but I do have respect, for Abdul, and I would never, I have no ill will towards the guy. I have a lot of respect for the fact that he even put out an apology, so it pisses me off.
I get it. And I appreciate you, you clearing that up. I saw a photo on social media of you in Dana White's office afterwards. Can I ask how that meeting went?
Yeah, it was good. He brought me in the back, and I voiced about, getting on a new contract. I 3 of my 4-fight deal. I finished 3 of them, 2 in the first round, 1 in the second. And they're all respectable guys, in my opinion, So, and Abdul was a very dangerous guy. He could have taken it all from me. He has the skills. He doesn't have the completeness as a fighter, but he has the power and he has the athleticism to fight his fight. And look, I mean, the dude, he definitely hurt me with my calf, you know. So, but yeah, no, I think that warrants. I don't need to fight out my 4-fight deal. I think it warrants hey, look, this is a trajectory that I'm on. I'm already in the top 20 according to whoever made me in that, or top 25. So it's bump me up. I've already finished. I already showed you that this is what I do. I finish people. So I think that warrants it. I don't have the biggest social media following, right? But I think a lot of people know who I am, even if they don't hit that follow button.
Oh yeah. And was he open to this?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna work something out, and obviously I got my management involved, and he was on the phone, and that's what he was telling me. He's like, we're gonna figure this out. Yeah, we're gonna
feel like it's been received well. Like it's.
Oh yeah, he told me we're gonna work out a new deal immediately.
Okay, great. For your next fight.
Yeah. Well, and what comes next? What's next? I'm like, man, I don't know yet. I gotta figure out this leg, and I gotta get some stem cells.
I wasn't gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask what you're having for dinner. That's all. I was.
I'll tell you what. I would love to fight. I like Paul Craig. I like that fight. I feel like that would bring something out of me. I know he's fighting my boy Brendan Allen, and
that'd be fun.
So I think it would be a good time for me to heal my injuries, see how that fight plays out, and maybe scoop him up after he gets his ass whooped, and then see how a couple matchups go.
Yeah, I think you're must see TV, man. I don't care who's following you, how many people are following you. Like the 3 fights you've had, and I mean, when as crazy, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Like even your injury was memorable, right? Like even like everything about you is memorable. Your post-fight interviews are memorable. The way you fight, your style, moments in the fight, like the slam, the submission, obviously, everything is memorable. So I hope they strap a rocket to you. And you know what I like about you? I like you strike me. You know, we're not friends per se, but like you're a very loyal guy. I like you defended Sean Brady. You didn't like how people reacted. Like a lot of people don't do that sort of thing, and I think it says a lot about you that you would want to speak up on your friend's behalf. No one's asking you to do that, or your teammates' behalf, a friend as well. You know what I mean? Like that stuff goes a long way.
I'm a loyal person. I care about the people that I choose to call friends, and or in a way, yeah, we don't talk every day, but you hit me up, I'm here. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
appreciate
So
it.
it's like, and this is as much helpful to me as it is you, and I hope it helps you. It helps me more than probably helps you, right? But it's I understand the business, and you're a good person, and I think that's what I respect, and that's yeah. I mean, I'm not going to let somebody sit there and talk shit on my friend that I see every day in the gym, that I care about as a person, that I know outside of this fight game. I think a lot of these people think that fighting is our identity, and for some fighters it is, but it's not for me. Like I have a life, I have a heart, I have feelings, and I go through my own emotional struggles, right? And dude, I just lost like a friendship over a certain amount of time, and the person that I've given everything for, like to have experiences and whatnot, basically, said they were going to bet against me and things of that matter. So it's like, I know what it's like to not have people stand up for you and not have family support and all kinds of shit, man. So yeah, nah, I'm not going to let anybody talk shit on my boy, Sean Brady. Come
Yeah.
on, man. That's my dog.
Wait, who's betting against you?
So Ariel, I lost like a 10-year friendship with someone I've had since high school. They got involved in a relationship, and yeah, just never heard from them no more. And after all the things that I've done for this person over the years, and I mean literally on my dime, on my time and everything, I just like I bring him every time I go to a fight. I ain't hear nothing from him, and then the fact that he was like, "Oh, do you even care about me or my goals?" And I was like, "Man, like you really have like lost it up there." So it's just crazy, It's a sad life to love somebody and care about somebody as a friend for so long, and then it's ruined because they never knew who they were, and then people get in relationships and their whole goals in life, everything changes, and it is what it is. But yeah, I told one of my other close friends that he was going to bet against me, so I was pretty pissed off.
Fuck.
I hope he's broke.
Yeah, I hope he bet a lot of money against you, and
Yeah, I hope he bet his whole savings.
And he regretted that. Speaking of betting, your boy Marty Fish bet me that the Twins would beat my Blue Jays, and I owe him $100. But he's a good guy as well. He's refusing to accept my $100. I know he was in attendance on Saturday too at the Apex. Bigger star than Tom Brady, if you ask me. I know everyone was making it, but I wanted Marty Fish on the broadcast. I wanted a shot of him there.
Dude,
come on,
Marty Fish is the man,
the
bro.
man.
Marty Fish is the man. So obviously, I work with Alex Davison Disruptive, and they've been a huge part of my success alongside of Vayner Sports, Lloyd Pearson, and whatnot for my career. But yeah, he got to fly out there. I was super happy to see him, and yeah, I mean, I was more happy to see Marty Fish than I was Tom Brady.
Of course,
no
offense.
Tom Brady. Like, I don't. I mean, I like that a man of his stature was there for my sport, and he deserves. I'll shake his hand out of that. I congratulate him. Like, congrats on a legendary career. He's obviously one of the best. But yeah, man, Marty Fish is the G, dude.
The best. I love Marty. And you're doing great things, man. Enjoy the victory. Enjoy some time off. I hope you heal up very soon. Thanks for coming on as always. And as always, looking forward to what's next for you. Keep it going.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Ariel.
All right, there he is, Joe Pyfer. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.